Hello YouTube, it's me again, back with another video, and this one is another OC introduction video. Dun dun dun! I've been doing a lot more of these lately, at least in terms of drawing, and I've actually drawn two characters from the same universe. Dun dun dun! So, the speed paint that you saw last week of Nina Wren is the same universe as this week's character, Adela Dremane. So, Adela Dremane is the princess of Olden. She is amazing, personally. I think she's just great. She is a very free-spirited, free-thinking person. She doesn't believe in violence in any capacity. She shies away from it and believes that negotiation is more powerful than violence. She's very adventurous and sweet and just, frankly, pretty accepting. When Nina re-enters the kingdom, most people in the kingdom at Olden think of Nina and her family as Raiden enemies. I mean, obviously, it's because they don't remember who they are. They're not recognized as who they actually are. But people think that the Raiden envoys are terrible people, and people judge them and treat them poorly. And Adela never does. She's very open and accepting of who they are as people, and she's just honestly so nice about it. Now, Adela is interesting in that she is next in line to hold the crown. This is because she is older than her brother, but also because she tends to be a little more mature than her brother, and she takes things more seriously. And despite the system in Olden being primarily patriarchal, it's not unheard of for a woman to succeed her father. And King Dremane has decided that he will decide at the time that both of his children are of age to take the throne, which one of them is worthy. So their whole lives, they've both been getting trained to see, this is what the court is like, these are what your people are like, this is what you have to do to be a good ruler. And Adela has excelled. She's very well versed in law, and she understands the plights of the people. She's the kind of princess who dresses down and walks through the slums of the city just because she can. It does get her in trouble from time to time, but she loves doing it. I don't really have too much more to say. There's not a lot I can say about Adela without talking about the story, but I did want to quickly talk about the speed paint. Now, I'm recording this voiceover without watching the speed paint as I record it, so I can't talk about exactly what's happening on screen, but I can talk about a little bit of the overarching themes and the little things I wanted to talk about that I did during the speed paint. So, Adela is very unique, in that she has a very warm, kind of reddish-brown skin tone that I thought was going to be much harder to accomplish, honestly, than it was. I started with a darker skin tone than her own, and then I went back in and blended softer colors over the top, and pretty much immediately got her skin tone. I'm like, well, can't argue with that success. So I was really happy about that one. She is kind of, I guess the best way I can think of her is like a Spanish princess, maybe, depending. She has kind of a mix between Indian and Spanish, and by Spanish I mean Spain, not just, I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, probably offended just like 10 people there. That's okay. But yeah, Adela's skin tone was a little harder for me to capture than I thought in terms of the shading, because she has this very just plump face. But I'm kind of glad with how it turned out. I'm really glad that I'm trying out my hand at color blending again. I had gone into the grayscale shading and then using the soft light filter to cover everything in. And as much as I think that that's a handy tool, I wasn't liking how it was coming out. So I think I've kind of enjoyed taking a step back to the side of color and starting to do some more color theory and blending that way. And I'm really enjoying how it's coming out. Now, at some point, I'm not sure if I've already added it or if I've already started to add it. At some point, I draw a necklace for Adela, and I was really happy with how this necklace came out. She wears this golden choker, and it has the symbol of the olden people on it, and it's just a huge part of her wardrobe, which is good because it does signify that she's wearing something. I didn't really take into account that when I drew her, the dress would not fit on the page because she wears kind of lower dresses. Like, she wears these little sweetheart necklines type dresses and these long gowns that don't have sleeves or official collars. So it's hard for me to bring her dress into the shot without lifting her way up, and then I'd have to figure out more anatomy, and I struggle with anatomy. I struggle hard with anatomy. But I'm also really proud of the second go I had with Adela's hair. The first time, it just sort of looked shaggy and messy, and I didn't like it. It didn't come out like that voluminous curl that I wanted it to, so I ended up looking through some reference pictures and looking up how other people draw, like, voluminous curly hair, and that really helped. So look up your references, kids. It does help. That's about all I really have to say about Adela. I really hope that you guys like her, and the little gradient background I went for, and the fact that I didn't do a banner this time. The fact that she has shoulders. She has shoulders, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope you have a good morning, evening, afternoon, nighttime, time of day, and I will catch you guys next time.